Bryan's house.
Is it pie and beer or just pie?
Just cherry pie, I think.
Okay, let's see.
Welcome to the kitchen, everybody. I'm going to show you how to do a delicious cherry pie today, and I'm using Lehigh Roller Mills flour and all of their product, because if you go to the storefront, which has been newly renovated, or to LehighMills.com, right now through the 26th, they are going to donate about 25% of all proceeds to help support the single parent family charity. So that's a good cause. So to start with it, I already have 3 cups of the flour, Lehigh Mills flour in there. And to this, I'm going to add a cup of fat. Now you can use a cup of butter, you can use a cup of shortening, you can use a cup of lard if you want to. However you want to and feel comfortable in making your pie crust, that's just fine. That's just the ratio. 3 cups of flour to 1 cup of fat, and I have a teaspoon of salt in here, and so I'm just chopping up. I'm using butter, so I'm just chopping it into some more even smaller pieces so that the food processor will actually chop up the butter easier. So what we're trying to do is create a pastry here. And by adding in the fat here, cutting it into the flour, we're going to get all of this fat in there. So when it goes into the oven, it's going to actually create steam and lift on the flour there in between the flour layers. And so we get that nice flaky pie crust, and that's exactly what we want. And so that is the key, kind of like a puff pastry, so to speak. So now that this is in, I'm just going to turn it on. I have the blade on in there, and I'm going to cut that flour and butter together. You can use a pastry cutter if you want to. You can use actually 2 butter knives if you want to cut that into there. It's just up to you, however you want to cut it in. But let me just tell you what, it is so easy with a food processor. I'm going to take that, I'm going to put it into this bowl with a cup of cold water and mix it together. I actually don't like mixing the water in here because I think it does too much of it. So when we come back, I'll show you how to finish it up. We'll roll out this dough and continue with cherry pies.